You're the only one of you that has ever lived, and there's no one that ever gave the same gifts that you give. You're unique in your beauty, you're a beacon in the night, and I hope that you can see that you're a bright, bright light. 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 You're a bright, bright light, and you're shining on everyone. Whoa. In some ways we're all different, in some ways we're all the same. Think of all the love it took to come how far we came. Feel the arms of your ancestors wrapped around you tight. Hear them whisper in your ear that you're a bright, bright light. 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 You're a bright, bright light, and you're shining on everyone. Whoa. Sometimes it's not sunny, sometimes it's cold and dark, and it's hard to light a fire when you can't create a spark. But know that deep inside of you, the fire's burning bright, and I hope you know how warm it is near your bright, bright light. There's some times that you might feel really, really low, and sometimes we hold on to things we probably should let go. But trust in your own power, dear. Trust your heart is right, even when it's hard for you to see that you're a bright, bright light. 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 You're a bright, bright light, and you're shining on everyone. So keep shining on everyone. Whoa. Get as big as you can. Now get as small as you can. Now get as big as you can. Now get as small as you can. Now get as big and small and big as you can. The universe is really big. It's so big we don't even know how big it really is. But from what we can measure and from what we can see, it's a really, really, really big thing. And an atom is really small, but it's not even the smallest thing of all, 'cause there's lots of types of subatomic particles, and and some things so small we can't detect them at all. So get as small as you can. Now get as big as you can. Now get as small as you can. Now get as big as you can. Now get as small and big and small as you can. One of the coolest things about now is that there's so much in the universe for us to learn about. There's some big and small questions that still need answering, and you might be the one to figure them out. So think as big as you can, and think as small as you can. Now think as big as you can, and think as small as you can, and think as big and small and big as you can. Well, back in the day there was a scientist monk by the name of Gregor Mendel. Finding the basis of heredity was the first thing on his agenda. He noticed that the pea plants that he grew had green or yellow seeds. He said, why? That's my question here, but it's answers that I need. To find out why he needed to test it, and he knew he had to use a scientific method. Say question.
And what he's doing is looking at experiments.
He had to observe and see how they grow, then to watch their offspring and take good notes. He noticed that the green seeds grew into plants that produced more green seeds. How about that? And the plants that started with yellow seeds made even more yellow seeds, you see. It takes a lot of time and a lot of patience, but the scientific method uses observation. Say question. Observation.
It was hard for me to believe what I'd seen.
He learned all he could about heredity by reading all the books in the library. He knew that there was more that he needed to do, but at least his research phase was through. Say question. Observation. Research. He learned a lot, but he wanted to see what would happen to future generations of his peas. Would they all be yellow or turn out green, or would some kind of brand new pea be seen? So he made an educated guess. Now Mendel had a hypothesis. Say question. Observation. Research. Hypothesis. All right. What's next? Well, in order to prove his hypothesis, he knew he'd have to do an experiment. So he crossbred green and yellow peas and waited to see what color their offspring would be. He saw the first generation was always green, but the second gen were yellow by 1 to 3. He didn't know it yet, but he discovered genes and the fundamental patterns of heredity. He coined the terms dominant and recessive and laid the groundwork for modern genetics. It all started with just a simple question, but produced results with the scientific methods. A question. Observation, research, hypothesis, experiment, results.
And what he's doing is looking at experiments.
I did it because I wanted to understand the universe.
Must come down. What goes around comes around. The tides roll in and the tides roll out 'cause of gravity. It makes the moon go around the earth. It makes the earth go around the sun. When I throw a ball in the air, it's what makes it come back to me. So let's jump, jump, jump as high as we can. And every single time we'll come back to land. We can even fly to space if we understand gravity. So let's go. We gotta learn all about astronomy and build a rocket that can reach escape velocity. Don't worry, astronauts have done it in the past, but they had to go really, really, really fast. If you wanna go up a gravitational slingshot off of the moon. We'll make it to Mars real soon. We could visit Jupiter's moons, there's so much out there to see. We could fly from star to star, but the distance isn't really far. But maybe someday we could bend space and travel with the help of gravity. So let's jump, jump, jump as high as we can, and every single time we'll come back to land. We could even fly to space if we understand gravity. So let's go. Papagayo, baila como el papagayo. Papagayo, papagayo, papagayo salvaje. Araña, araña, baila como la araña. Araña, araña, la araña salvaje. Los animales trabajan duro para mantener el ecosistema. Cuando descansan, quieren bailar, quieren el baile salvaje. Si quieres bailar junto a ellos, pues trabajan por la tierra y seguro que te van a invitar al baile salvaje. Armadillo, oso hormiguero, babuino y el colibrí, mariposa, rana venenosa, leoncito y el tapir. Tortuga, tortuga, baila como la tortuga. Tortuga, tortuga, tortuga salvaje. Papagayo, papagayo, baila como el papagayo. Papagayo, papagayo.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2021 Heroes for Nature Virtual Giving Gala. This will be Sam Enchanted Evening, had to say that. My name is Jackie. I've been a volunteer and a board member here with the Environmental Science Center for over 15 years now. They combine my three favorite passions, science, education, and the environment, all rolled into one. So it's a win-win-win for me to be involved with this organization. We're delighted to have you here tonight for this live program. And by attending tonight, you are making quality science education programs more accessible to students and residents in all of South King County. We're here to celebrate our local nature heroes, and that includes celebrating you. Simply being here shows that you care. You care about nature, you care about your neighbors, you care about your community as a whole. So I thank you for being here. So just to let you know how it goes, we'll be sharing videos. Tonight, we'll hear from different voices that are championing this cause. We'll also show you how students are still learning and caretaking local salmon, even during this pandemic. Everyone involved in this effort are nature heroes and are making a lasting positive impacts. They continue to inspire us, and we hope you'll feel the same. So a few words about our agenda tonight. Our silent auction closes at 7:15, so that's about 13 more minutes, so watch your clocks. We'll give you a quick reminder beforehand. At 7:30, we'll do 4 raffle drawings, and we're going to save the Dom Perignon and Alaska Airlines tickets till the very end. Now, if you're having technical difficulties and you have a glitch in the video, just refresh your video channel or webpage. Just hit the refresh button and hopefully that'll work its way out. We do have people standing by if you're having a problem. So to kick us off here, I have the pleasure of introducing Joanna Stoughton. She is the Executive Director for the Environmental Science Center. We're also called ESC. Joanna has been working with youth and families in the outdoors for over 20 years. Although this is her first year in the role, she's worn a lot of different hats. Oh, I have one right here. She's worn a lot of different hats at ESC over the last 20 years. This is her first year in the executive director role. She returned to ESC last summer after she took some time off to spawn, and her little smolt is our newest little salmon hero, and you'll see him in this video. So please join me in celebrating and welcoming Joanna. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you so much for coming to our 11th annual fundraiser. I appreciate you all being here, especially in this new format, and I'm glad we were able to gather and connect in this way until it is safe to do so again in person. I'm joining you here from one of my favorite places at Seahurst Park in Burien, and I want to take a moment to acknowledge that I am on the traditional unceded lands of the Duwamish, Suquamish, Muckleshoot, and other Coast Salish peoples. We celebrate not only their ancestors, but also current members of their tribes and their future descendants. We honor the way they have cared for the land and all of their contributions they have made to our knowledge of the natural world through Indigenous science. This event is an opportunity for us to celebrate our local nature heroes. There are many in the community, including yourselves, but we'll focus on those students who are making a difference for salmon and those educators who make environmental stewardship so fun and so engaging. Shortly, you'll see how our Salmon Heroes program went virtual, from the setup in the field to how it appeared at students' homes on their screens. You'll also hear from some of our inspiring naturalists and two remarkable teachers who stuck their necks out to bring students outside of the four walls of the classroom. This deepens their connection with the natural world and provides life lessons which span much further than your average academic standards. I feel so inspired and refreshed every time I'm around these amazing educators, and I hope that you will too. I started my journey at the Environmental Science Center in 2009 as a naturalist, along rivers and streams with groups of students. We watched in awe as we witnessed salmon swim their way upriver, dig their redds, and guard their eggs until the very last breath. Like many of you, during these last 14 years, I have witnessed a drastic decline in the number of fish returning to spawn and the number of redds that we count on our student surveys. But I have also witnessed hard-working teen leaders take ownership of their parks and their trail systems, and excited young students tugging on my field vest, shouting, "I didn't know science could be fun." There's no better time to invest in our future environmental leaders, and I really appreciate you all joining us with this important work. We are so thankful for support from our community sponsors. It is inspiring to see how invested they are in their local community and the work that we do here at the Environmental Science Center. I also want to send a big thank you to the incredible ESC board and all of the table captains who worked tirelessly to make this event one of our best fundraisers yet. And of course, our programs continue to be a success because of the talented ESC staff and naturalists who I get to work with every day. They braved inclement weather and technology pitfalls in order to adapt our programs to a virtual format while maintaining the interactive, inquiry-based, student-led discussions which make our programs so powerful. 2,800 students attended our three-part program and became Salmon Heroes this fall. They now have a better understanding of the importance of a healthy salmon habitat and actions they can take to protect our watershed. Spending time in nature is a birthright and an essential part of building healthy communities. In being here tonight, you're giving me hope that my great-great-grandchildren will be able to sit next to a tree, nourished by returning salmon, swim in water that is clean and safe to drink, and continue enjoying the natural treasures that have inspired me and shaped the person I am today. Thank you for supporting our next generation of heroes for nature.
So we're here tonight to support environmental education, and we would be remiss if we didn't highlight someone who made a big impact in our programs and the community. You know, ESC has been around for 2 decades because the community of caring that surrounds us were supported by volunteers, donors, educators, program participants, and some of these people are all of those roles at the same time. We're a team, and unfortunately, we lost one of those valuable team members last fall. Sherry Barr was a dedicated volunteer. She was a naturalist, she was a donor, she was a board member, and most importantly, she was a friend to Environmental Science Center. She was also a fabric artist whose skills enriched many of our programs. If you came to one of our programs, you likely saw or felt some of her work, which depicted a variety of local species. Many people have called her creations puppets, but they are scientific models that are anatomically correct. So check out the sea star right here. Sherry made this. She made it with a stomach that comes out, right? So the sea star can eat clams. The stomach comes out of the body to digest as clam dinner. So we use these in our outdoor education to this day. And we want to share some more images of Sherry's work and dedication and her sewing contributions that we still use in our virtual Salmon Heroes program. It's clear that Sherry's legacy lives on in our programs and in our hearts. As you can see, her salmon models are extensive. Typically, our junior naturalists or our teens in training use those models during field studies to help understand salmon life cycle stages and anatomy before a salmon dissection. Junior naturalists would work alongside ESC naturalists and take on leadership roles during the Salmon Heroes program. The hope is that they can better see themselves as part of the environmental movement and as activists and educators within it. Though they were behind the screens this year, junior naturalists were still able to help our younger students take action for salmon and see themselves as leaders in the environmental field. We are happy to share how this went for a local high school senior. Please watch.
Well, my name is Cassandra Esparza. I worked with the Salmon Heroes earlier last year. I'm currently attending Wells High School, which stands for Wasquitz Environmental Leadership and Service. So it was very much up my alley to work alongside the Salmon Heroes and help out with the program, because it is it's a lot different, obviously, like being through the computer, but it was a lot of the similar things that I would be teaching as if I was like also at Camp Wasquitz, like the water ecology and like the different like states of like which the water needs to be for it to be like healthy for the salmon and the environment of the salmon. So I really enjoyed working with the kids. It was definitely like a change of environment. Because I am not very used to like having my camera on and like interacting with students in that way, because it was mostly just like my peers, which I had worked with for like 2 to 3 years, which like I had already like known, like I was very comfortable with. But it was a really cool experience seeing all the kids being engaged, because I usually work with like the older kids, which, you know, usually like have their camera off or like solely just type on the chat. So it was nice to have like that nice interaction with the students, and they were very excited. And as the lessons went on, I feel like the kids started getting like more curious. Some of them like would turn their cameras on or like would raise their hands and have lots of questions and just be very present, which I feel like is not very common nowadays, because like kids might just like have their camera like or have their computer on but like not be very like attentive of like to what is going on. And so when we were like in smaller groups, I feel like is when they learned the most, because we would be able to do like a little bit more of like one-on-one and do like a scavenger hunt, looking for like the healthy features of like the salmon habitat. So I feel like it was really good for them to like develop more like confidence as they went on with the program. Well, definitely the part I enjoyed the most was just having that little moment to teach the kids about the river, because although it wasn't much, it was like out of my comfort zone. So it was really nice to like be in that like teaching position, because I'm usually like on the on the other end of it. So it was nice to be like, that was like my first real like experience like working with kids through like Zoom. So from that, like I gained like really great experience, because now I'm like an intern with like elementary school. So now I feel like I have like that like little background of like I feel like more confident. So it's always kind of been like in the back of my head that I want to eventually like become an outdoor educator, which this would be like a great stepping stone towards that. Great experience also to put towards that. And I mean, I just really enjoy the outdoors and learning about like ecosystems and how like different things like work together. And so like working with this program, like I had never heard of it. A lot of my peers had done it when they were younger, but for me, this was like a first time thing. And I was like, well, this is great. Like, I wish I would have had this when I was younger, you know? So it's great to have it like now online for like more kids to be able to experience. So I feel like, yeah, this is going to be like a really good first step for me to work towards that like outdoor educator position. I feel like this would be a great program to expand out and like to be able to have more students experience it, because for me, I feel like it would have been a good eye opener, because like I love learning about like salmon, like the river, and like what kind of water is like healthy for them. So I feel like if I would have had that when I was younger, I would have had a better idea of like what I wanted to do. And it's not necessarily like career based, but students can make a career out of it. A lot of the students that I worked with were like, oh yeah, like I want to become like a marine biologist, or I want to be like a zoologist. So like it's kind of like eye opening for them, and it's really good for them to experience these things, although it may not be like in the normal setting of like going to the river. But I feel like it's still a really great program to do, even if it is through the computer, for them to be able to see like the different like ways that the water needs to be healthy for like the pH level, or like, dissolved oxygen and stuff like that. So I feel like it's just, I mean, I feel like everybody should be able to experience this. Um, I like, although if they're like younger or my age or older, like it's just a it's a great program.
Okay, this is one of the reasons why we do these programs. We're delighted to see Cassandra and other students take on these roles and then take more steps to share their passion of nature with others. I want to introduce you to somebody who is a science teacher here in South King County, and we'll head back to the raffle right after that. So we have a remarkable science teacher who puts her students first. She inspires them to make connections between science and the world. She, despite the pandemic, her classes participate in the Salmon Heroes program, and she'll share what it was like last fall when we all unfortunately went virtual. Please help us welcome Gabby Brosas.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabby Brosas, and this is my 5th year teaching 5th grade at Rainier Prep over in South King County. And the Salmon Heroes program has always been a highlight for students, for myself, and for our entire 5th grade team. We have always loved having guest naturalists come to our classroom, as well as getting to do the field study and station work over at Normandy Park Cove. And I will say this year we really didn't know if we would be able to pull off an online field trip, but I will say that I am so glad that we did. It was awesome to have that opportunity and to still make it really engaging and meaningful for students. So to give a little bit of background, our school is a 5th through 8th middle school, and we get students from about 30 different elementary schools with a really wide range of science education backgrounds. So one of our goals as a school is to really just help give students that science foundation and to help spark that interest in the sciences as they move forward in their education. So this year in 5th grade, we started our school year out with a brain science unit, and we really centered this idea of self-care and mental health. We followed that with a little mini unit about why science matters. At that time in September, we were going through the midst of experiencing wildfire smoke here in the Pacific Northwest alongside this ongoing pandemic. And so we were really able to help students contextualize the importance of science and the relevance of science. And that really just helped lay a foundation for students to be really excited about this program. So this was our 4th year participating in the Salmon Heroes program. And like I said, I was definitely skeptical about doing a virtual field study. And, there were some difficult logistics and things like that, but there were also pieces that really helped it go smoothly. One was that students were able to get actual physical field study journals, and they were able to actually record data that they could refer back to. And even though we couldn't do all of the work hands-on in the same way, students were really engaged, and they had this feeling that they were doing the science alongside the naturalists, both during the demonstration lesson where they're recording their data and their observations, as well as with our water quality testing. The other really exciting piece for students was being at the Duwamish River for our field study experience. This is the watershed closest to their homes, closest to their school. And so there was that connection to place where they could really understand the impact of this data and the importance of taking care of our watershed. The other cool part for my students was that we were able to fit this into our ecosystems unit. So students were already learning about food chains and trophic levels and abiotic and biotic factors and human impact. And they were able to apply their learning to class, or their learning from class, to this really localized experience. So that really just helped them make that connection and be engaged. And in addition, another area of engagement was just having some really excellent naturalists to work with. We had the privilege of working with Orion and Carolina, and our school is over 40% of our students identify as Latino or Hispanic, and about 40% or over 40% of our students identify as Black or African American. And Spanish is the most common language spoken at our school. So this year we do have some recently immigrated students from Spanish-speaking countries, and it was really special to have one of our naturalists be a native Spanish speaker. That really just helped, again, increase engagement as well as access to the content. So overall, even though so many things have changed this school year, something consistent for me as an educator was just my gratitude for organizations like the Environmental Science Center to really help make learning engaging and relevant for students.
We're so thankful that Gabby has continued to take part in Salmon Heroes, and our students are empowered to help these special fish. So bringing back the raffle. Are you guys ready for this? All right, here's the fun part. Okay, for our first raffle item, this is the coffee table masterpiece. Ugh. You get not one, not two, but 3 of these books. All right, so a little drum roll from everybody in the audience. Ready? I've got my hat. I've got my raffle tickets. I'm going to reach and dig around in here and try and find a winning name for our coffee table book collection of masterpieces. All right, I've got one that says Jackie, yay! No, that's not mine. All right, hold on. Oh, I think I pulled a mussel. Oh no, it was, oh, it's a clam, it's not a mussel, never mind. Okay, so the winner is Alma Feldspach. Congratulations, you won our coffee table masterpiece collection. Good job, Alma. All right, now for our next raffle item. So it's the backyard farm party. Who gets to party with goats? I am so tickled by this. I have never had a goat party. I desperately want to have a goat party. Not only do you get a goat party, is you get a gift certificate from Wild Birds Unlimited so that you can help your little fuzzy, feathery friends in the backyard. Hello, I feel like Snow White. Okay. And then you also get to go out to dinner in an Italian restaurant, and then you get to can your own produce. So it's sort of a multi-experience event here, but the goats are the centerpiece of it all. So who is the winner of, let's see, let's get out the hat again. Let's dig around in here. You guys at home are probably really amazed that I can do this, right? All right. And our winner is Brian Boslinski. You get to party with goats. That sounds like so much fun. Brian, I don't know you, but can you invite me? Because I really, really want to be there. So congratulations, Brian. You get to go party with goats. All right. What's our next raffle item? Oh, this is our staycation in Bellevue. That's right. Get to wear my fancy hat. You know, they live differently on the east side, I understand. Yes. We don't wear boas here on the west side, but they wear boas in Bellevue. boas and berets in Bellevue, apparently. There we go. I think this looks really good on me. What do you guys think? All right. So this is for a package where you have a staycation on the east side. So it's only 15 miles away, 45 minutes if there's traffic. But you can shop, you can go out for a nice dinner, you can swim in the pool, you can spend the night. You don't have to worry about driving home, so you can really enjoy yourself. And so this is for our staycation. You get a massage, you can swim in the pool, the whole 9 yards. So what better way to come out of quarantine than with a staycation in Bellevue? All right, let's see who the winner is, shall we? Get out my trusty hat again. I've got all the raffle tickets in here with everybody's names. What? We have an anonymous winner? Oh, I take credit for that. Yes, an anonymous winner. Yay to you. Congratulations, anonymous. Well, you can have a super secret good time over in your staycation in Bellevue. Excellent. All right. We have one more. What's left? Oh, the backyard oasis. There we go. I put my hat in for this one. We'll see. We'll see. I spent a lot of raffle tickets to get this one. All right. So who doesn't need a facelift, right? All these Zoom calls. Don't I look better this way? All right. Oh, it's a backyard facelift. Sorry. Okay, so a backyard facelift. So gift certificate to have some maintenance or design work done, and then you get some patio furniture, which we can all use some new patio furniture now that it's warming up, right? All right. I did not. I did win the backyard oasis. I swear to God. Well, no, we have other people pulling the tickets, not me. I won. I really won this. Oh, thank you guys. This is awesome. Okay, sorry for you who are disappointed. I was really excited about this. So I did enter a whole bunch of raffles for this. All right. Wow, I'm tickled. Okay, so for those of you who won a raffle, you will be contacted by ES staff next week to coordinate pickup or delivery of your prizes. We still have 2 more. So if you got some raffles in there, don't worry about it. There's still an opportunity to be a winner. But even though we only have so many raffles and so many action items, you know what? We are all lucky. Think about it. We're here. I know things aren't perfect, but we are all lucky and we're very fortunate to be here. And oh, no. Hello. Okay. So as you've heard, we've made many changes to shift to virtual classrooms. And some things remain constant, however. It's including our live field sessions and ways for students to communicate with naturalists. Scientific elements and analysis was still there. So was a caring crew of educators who cheerfully endured both inclement weather and some new technical challenges. Luckily, at some of the sites, the salmon were also there too, which is a good thing. The other thing that stayed the same was how students felt that they can make a difference for nature. Take a look.
Can you hear me, Kat? Kat, can you hear me?
I fixed it. We're good.
Oh, great. Well, again, thank you all so much for joining us. Future Salmon Heroes. We're here at beautiful Normandy Park Cove. And today we're going to be talking about a lot of these important things, right? Most essential and critical species in our region are salmon. We're also going to be talking about those relationships those salmon have to our nearshore, where we are now, and additionally the rest of our watershed. So we're going to be giving you guys a deep dive into that relationship and really teaching you all a little bit more about how we connect and how we can save these organisms. Now, before I get started, my name is Naturalist Orion. I'm joined by Naturalist Carolina.
Normally we'd have lots of groups of students here on site doing lots of different stations in our Salmon Heroes program, but this year we are bringing the site to them. So we are here braving the cold for our students and still giving them that same experience, getting them to collect data and getting to see salmon, which is one of the really cool things about this site in particular. We can get so close to the salmon in our creek, and they're honestly almost just as excited to see them splashing around here as when they're here in person.
Perfect. So now we're going to stay here for our next test.
So we're going to show you again that gravel, and I want you to make observations and then give me a rating from 10 to 0.
One of the reasons why the gravel is really important is because the mother needs to put the babies over in that spot.
Yeah. Excellent, everyone, for your responses. So, yeah, it's a little hard to see. The little pink dots are our little salmon eggs. There are a few right here. There's one.
So I'll be as careful as I can not to put this on the bottom or scrape up any mud. And additionally, I don't want to go in the creek because Mama Salmon might have laid some eggs here. Papa Salmon could have done the same thing by coming along and fertilizing. And I don't want to disturb that process. So again, as naturalists, as scientists, we need to get accurate measurements, but we also need to be good stewards of our environment to make sure that we can maintain and sustain these populations. We just want to impart this knowledge so that students can understand how important these species are to our food web, to our ecosystem, to our global oceans, and then again, just give them some context about what the space looks like.
Are there lots of trees? So we're going to take a look and see. We're able to go to different sites than we did before, so we're closer to where some of our different schools are, and it's in their neighborhood, and they might know that location a little bit more.
And using our virtual naturalist scientist eyes, kind of observe this beautiful near shore zone. You know, in our intro, we talked about something to kind of think about the fact that we're in the field, showing them the stuff here, that we're not with them, you know, immediately, but we're still on site. I think it's a reminder for them that, hey, like these people not only care, but like this science needs to be done in the field, needs to be done, you know, in person.
There it is. Let's see what our nitrate test looks like. So we've had that one developing for a little bit. You're good. What do we think that is closest to in color?
Well, it's less than 2, so excellent.
Yeah. What level in parts per million you think our phosphate test is telling us?
About 1/2. Yeah, I think 1, maybe. I think a 0.
It's kind of light green. So what number do you think it's closest to?
It is hard, you know, to make those kind of connections over a screen or over a moment of just typing in a chat box. But I do think that there's a genuine space that we're able to make virtually, and the students are able to respond in kind. And it's not ideal, but again, you know, we're adapting, and I think the kiddos know that they have to do the best they can to be present and be able to learn with us. So we're all doing it together. Yeah.
Our little microphone fluff like blew away when we were trying to teach in a gale. So yeah, just funny moments. We just make the best of them.
I'm just going to document the whole process. So. It's pretty cool.
Here we are.
High tech.
On the moon. We're so techy. Just really funny using different technology, dragging carts of material across fields, and not all of our students can see what we're doing. They just see where we get to. So I think it's funny to see some of our behind the scenes things making technology work.
I need you all to help me out. Use your awesome brains and intuition. Why do you think that water was so murky today? Why do you think it was so dirty? What about the weather or about what's going on might have made our water a little bit less clear than it would usually be?
It was super duper windy. Yeah.
Super duper windy. Yeah. Awesome, you all. Now, what's important to remember, when weather patterns change, you all, it's going to directly affect our streams and our creeks.
It's just as important as when we're not in a pandemic to talk about environmental issues and, more importantly, things we can do to make them better.
We're going to kind of focus on a few of these native species and really just remember, why are they here? Why are they important? Why is their presence critical for diversity in this ecosystem?
So maybe we could plant more forest, more trees. Yeah, so these are some of those things that we could do to help make our salmon habitats a little bit healthier and make our overall environment a little bit better.
Yeah, so folks tell me like, it's so cool that you do like outdoor education and stuff like that. But, you know, I remind my friends, I remind students that like I'm learning from this environment, I'm learning from this ecosystem, from our community. The most important part of this work is the restorative nature of what we're doing, not just in restoring the ecosystem, but like giving power back to our communities and reminding folks that they have a role to play and that they have a historic role that they have played. So very empowering for me to do that work on a regular basis, and it gets me up in the morning. And I know it helps me talk to the students when it's cold outside, so that's really why I keep doing it while I'm here.
Give them a little send off.
Thank you guys so much. It's really windy.
It's so windy.
Thank you, everybody.
So it's your turn to be a hero. It's your turn to raise the paddle. It's your turn to support the next generation of environmental leaders. Every dollar you send us will support Environmental Science Center's exciting and engaging programming. So our goal for tonight is to raise $45,000. And thanks to generous sponsors and donations that have already been trickling in during registration time, we are already halfway there. So what I want you to do next is I want you to click on the blue paddle raise button. It's right over the video. So it's right on your screen. It's right under the logo that says Heroes for Nature Gallery. All right, so everybody clicked on the blue paddle raise. Now you'll be on a screen that has a bubbling thermometer. Everybody on the screen with the bubbling thermometer? Okay, good job, you guys. All right, hope you're all there. So, since we're halfway there, we can get this over with pretty quickly if somebody just donated $25,000 right now. Anybody? 25 grand? Come on. All right, we'll try this again. Okay, some of you might need a warm-up. Might have been a while since you raised a paddle. You need to exercise those paddle raising muscles. So take a look at your screen and get ready. I'm going to click on my screen. All right. So I have a prize here for the first person who donates at any amount. I don't care. This is a warm-up exercise. The first person to donate any amount right now will win a $100 gift certificate to Pegasus Books in West Seattle. I don't care how much you donate. You'll get a $100 gift certificate. There's a little bit of a lag on my end. Okay, we will announce that later because I think there's a little bit of a lag on this. All right. So good job for the last person who hit the button. We'll move on now to the $5,000 level. So for $5,000, at this level, you can help Environmental Science Center launch a brand new advanced Beach Heroes program. So older student scientists can use more sophisticated measuring tools and techniques to monitor nearshore habitats. Oh, by the way, I was feeling a little potassium and nitrogen deprived here, so sorry. All right. So they can use more sophisticated measuring tools and techniques to monitor nearshore habitats. It will also create a long-term repeatable data set on the abundance and diversity of organisms at Seahurst Beach. So for $5,000, please support our brand new Advanced Beach Hero program. All right, now I invite you all to give it a level that makes sense to you. If you do not see the level that you would like to give up here, you can enter a custom amount. I'm going to give away my stimulus check this year. As you can see, I'm already stimulated enough. I'd rather stimulate somebody who needs it. I certainly don't need it. So it's money that I want to go to a good cause. So I'm donating my stimulus check. So I want to stimulate some kids. Oh, hey, we have a board superhero here who has donated at the $5,000 level. Christine Ashcraft, thank you very much. You are a superhero for the Environmental Science Center. Christine has been a deeply involved board member for a really long time, and she's done wonderful things. Thank you so much, Christine, for donating. Thank you. Okay, so you can donate any amount at any time. Oh, I have an anonymous at $5,000. Holy cow, another super secret undercover hero. We call that an unsung hero, has donated at the $5,000 level. That's fantastic. Good to hear. Okay, at the $1,500 level, which is roughly about this, the same size as a stimulus check. So let's stimulate some kids with that, okay? You're paid, your sponsorship will pay for an internship opportunity for a local student conducting habitat restoration and gaining skills that will help them in green careers. I think I have a kind of a green career. Okay, I've understood that Christine's done this again and she's donated another $1,500. And I also see that we have an anonymous donor at the $3,000 level who also didn't want to reveal their super secret alter ego. Thank you so much. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for stimulating children. Now at the $1,000 level, we can support the creation of additional online resources to supplement the Beach Heroes program. Engage in kindergarten through second graders online takes creativity and ingenuity to inspire marine protection. Oh, we have another superhero donating $1,000. And we have $1,500 from Brian Boslinski. Thank you, Brian. You're a hero. Appreciate that. Excellent. Okay. At the $250 level, you will assist with translation services to make ESC materials accessible to more families and community members. If you already gave in an earlier amount, you are welcome to give again. We're getting close to our goal and we really appreciate your support. How's our thermometer doing? Is it getting hot in here? Is the temperature rising? Holy cow, the temperature is rising. Wow, we're up to $25,000 so far. This is really cool. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. All right, Scott Lecky, thank you. $350. Kathy Strange, $250. Horizon Green, $20. Sarah Moore, $100. Janice Matheson, $200. $50. Oh, good no. Thank you very much. Oh, the names are finally starting to roll in. Catherine Garrison, thank you for donating $50. Lindsay, Mrs. Hunsaker for $100. Lori Bushman for $100. Kay Sherry for $100. Wow. Christine, thank you. Annette Chanes, my friend Annette, thank you for donating $250. Barbara Burrell, who has done more for this organization over the last 21 years than anybody that I can think of. Thank you for your donation of $1,000. Oh, Thomas and Jean Spahn. Wow, we topped 20. Hey, do I get a bonus? Are you going to double my salary if we make the goal? Of course, double nothing is still nothing. Thank you guys. Chris Jansen, $250. Thank you. Thomas and Jean Spahn, $500. You guys have been lifelong supporters of Environmental Science Center, so bless you for that. Craig Watson, thank you, Craig. You're my neighbor. I love you. Carl Maya, $2,000. Carl is also another committed board member. Thank you so much, Carl. You're doing a great job there. Steve Bushbaum, $1,000. Thank you. Kelly Dundon, $50. Thank you. Debbie Schilling for $100. Adam Berry for another $100. Kim Watson, $100. Stephanie Mine, thank you. Wow, they're just rolling in. Nancy and Dave Stodden, $50 and $500. Janice Matheson, thank you for $50. Jill, thank you for your $60 donation. Carl, you put in another donation for $500. Good for you. Wow, we're up to $27,000 so far. It is getting hot in here. That little thermometer is almost all the way to the top. We need to make it an even number. Okay, I just found out that if you donate another $100, we have a generous anonymous donor who is going to match your gift. So every extra $100 will be matched by $100. So it's doubling it. So if you donate another $100 right now, thank you, Joanne, that will be matched by 100 extra bucks. So that's like a $200 donation. All right, Elizabeth, thank you. Getting really close, 27,290. Does anybody want to throw in? If you've already donated, you can still donate another 100 to match your gift. Now at the $50 level, you help fund gentle beach exploration for toddlers. I don't know if you have a toddler time program, but that's wildly popular, getting little kids out on the beach to gently explore and learn about things like crabs and starfish and things like that. During the pandemic, quality outdoor time is crucial to the health and well-being of children and families. So it's great to get those little buddies out on the beach. All right. Miss Keelan Hunsicker, thank you. Brian, you keep donating money. Thank you, Brian. Another $100 from Brian, $50 from Alma, thank you. Another $100 from Kim Peterson Watson. Another $100 from Thomas and Jean Spahn. Another $100 from ESC founding mother, Barbara Burrell. I love that, founding mother, Barbara Burrell. Nicole, thank you. You've done a lot for ESC. Thank you for donating another $100. That'll be doubled. All right. Now at the $20 level, that's our birthday number, right? We're celebrating 20 years of quality, engaging environmental science education in King County. So I'm going to sweeten the deal for you. If you donate an extra 20 bucks right now, the first 3 people will get a special prize. Here, I'm going to take my clothes off now. This is the moment you've all been waiting for, right? Actually, the next person who donates 20 bucks is going to get an ESC t-shirt. And the next person who donates 20 bucks after that is going to get a book, which I've lost already, but we will have it for you. 365 days to save the planet, 365 ways. So the next $20 after that, and then the next $20 after that gets another free t-shirt. This is a cotton t-shirt. This is really nice. It's hard to find things that are made in cotton anymore. Everything's like polyester and stuff. This is a really nice t-shirt. This is a small, I think, so it fits me good, doesn't it? All right, so let's see where we are on our goals. Oh, Kristen Clayton, you get the t-shirt. You'll want the petite size though, right? Of course you will. All right, Kathy Hughes and Patrick, thank you for your donation. Kathy, love you, $250, really appreciate that. Okay, so we've got $29,620. Oh, Amber Yugovich, 120. Oh, that's a nice, that's a fun number. Molly, thank you for your donation. Adrian, thank you for your donation. Barbara Burrell, you don't stop. Another $20 from Barbara Burrell. All right. $29,620. So let me do the math here. If we had $380 more, that would make it an even 30,000. And I like even numbers. So I'm thinking I'm going to sweeten the deal even more, that if you donate $380, I'm going to give you 3 1-hour, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to give you a gift certificate for 3 1-hour pro sports massages at Pro Sports. It's in Seattle. 3 1-hour massages. That's worth at least $380 to bring us all the way up to 30,000. So 3 1-hour massages. I'm not going to give them to you. A professional is going to give them to you, but you know, I do give a heck of a massage, but these guys are professionals. So anybody find a way to give us another $380, you'll get 3 massages worth $270. Going once? Oh, and I just found out that Stephen Feldman donated $2,500. We have a lot of generous donors tonight. Thank you very much, Stephen. All right, we're passing our goal. Good job. Okay, we're coming near to the end of our program. If somebody wants to come in and do another 380, don't worry, we'll give you those massages. So the paddle raise thing is a little slow on my end. So, but don't worry, we're tracking all of your donations. Okay, so we're coming near the end of our program, but we have 2 more raffle winners to announce. So I know this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Right? The party time. All right. So Dom Perignon, no, I drink the cheap stuff. Okay. All right. But we have a bottle of Dom Perignon that has to be raffled off, right? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I have an owl coming in with an envelope. And the envelope says, winner. Very cool. Let me see, I'm gonna do like Johnny Carson. Okay, the winner is somebody who has great tastes, who's very generous. And let's see here. And somebody who likes to share their Dom Perignon. Let's see who won. Okay, at home, you're probably wondering how I'm doing this, right? Nancy Kick, you're a winner of a bottle of Dom Perignon. Congratulations, Nancy. Good for you. Now, you're not going to be shellfish and drink that all to yourself, are you? I hope not. Let me know if you need some help with that bottle. Awesome. Congratulations, Nancy. All right, I just got word in that we have, with all of our previous donations and our paddle raise, that we have exceeded our goal. Very exciting, up to the tune of, I just got a text in, like $60,000. Hold on, let me check that. $60,699. This is awesome. This is awesome. So just wondering, yeah, do I get a commission check or how does this work? You get a double what you're paying me? Do I get to keep the t-shirt at least? All right. Oh, wait a minute. I want an Oasis thing. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. All right. So, oh yeah, you want me to, what are you guys waiting for? Why are you still here? Oh, that's right. Oh, we're up to $63,000. Excellent. You're thinking about vacation. I know you are. We're all thinking about vacation. We're thinking about going to the beach. We're thinking about going to Mexico. We're thinking about going to Hawaii. Probably not thinking about going to Canada. Maybe Costa Rica. But we're all thinking, when the heck are we going to get out of this house? We're going to be somewhere. So I have one more raffle, and this is for the Alaska Airlines tickets, anywhere that Alaska Airlines flies. So that's all over the US, and then some places like Mexico, lots of places in Mexico, Hawaii, Costa Rica, that kind of stuff. So, all right. Are you guys holding your breath? Oh, wait a minute. I got it. Right? Okay, got to match my background here. All right. All right, so let me see here. Let me see who the winner is. Let me reach into my hat again. Okay. And the winner is, wait a minute, it's Michelle Seneschal. Congratulations, Michelle. Yay, you're going to Hawaii. Michelle, good luck to you. Do you need a friend? You got 2 tickets. This is great. Michelle, you lucky dog you. You're going to Mexico or Hawaii or Costa Rica or Arizona with your friend, Jackie. Awesome. So thank you all so much. Thank you for participating in our raffle, our auction, our paddle race. Thank you for putting up with me for the last hour. Thank you for being part of our community and supporting our local nature heroes. And a real special shout out to Kat, Carly, Casey, and Joanna, and all of our extremely good-looking board members who worked their tails off to put this event together tonight. Thank you for being part of our ecosystem. Thank you for believing in the work of Environmental Science Center, which, by the way, it's never too late to support our 20th anniversary. We invite you to share this recording for tonight's Heroes for Nature Gala. Let your friends know that we will be accepting donations for this event until March 30th. Actually, we're probably going to accept donations for as long as you want to give them to them, but we accept donations all the time. But thank you again for your time and generosity and being part of the ESC community. And we will finish our evening with a look at some of our incredible nature heroes from the last 20 years who started the Environmental Science Center. So you'll get to see what naturalist fashion was from the turn of the century, which was just 21 years ago. But thank you, everybody. Drive safely, LOL. See you in person next year. And I'm going to have a cup of tea. And I'm going to finish my cupcake. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the slideshow. Be a hero. Go out and do something good tomorrow. Looking forward to partying with you after that. We all get vaccinated. Love you guys.
Samantha Salmon started out as an egg in a river net. With 3,000 other eggs, but she wanted to be the best. After 55 days in water, cold, clean, and clear, she hatched and knew her next life cycle stage was here. She had been an egg, but now she was an elephant. Started out as an egg, but soon became an elephant. Being an elephant must be really sweet. Cause you're safe in the gravel and you've always got something to eat. That leftover yolk kept her fed, no doubt. But after 3 more months she knew it would run out. The next stage of her life was to be a little fry. Then she became a fry. She took a gulp of air and filled up her swim bladder. And started eating lots of bugs so that she could get stronger and fatter. She memorized the smell of the stream she lived in, and then her next life cycle stage could begin, where fresh water meets the salt. Samantha was now a smolt. Started as an egg, then became an elephant, then became a fry, and now she's a smolt. Samantha found herself in the estuary and ate as much as she could to be as big as she could be. Her color changed and she was silvery as she swam out into the sea. She looked one more time back towards her home stream. She was no longer a smolt. She was finally an adult. Samantha was feeling free and she got the notion to swim for 4 whole years and see lots of the ocean. She ate lots of fish and had lots of fun. Then something in her said that it was time to spawn. Her biggest challenge yet was upon her, 'cause now she was a spawner. So Samantha found her way by the smell and the sun to the little river where her life had begun. She carefully dug a new red with her tail and laid her eggs with the milk from a male. Though her life cycle